I'm John Williams from Kiona Vineyards down around Benton City.
Right. And you guys made the first commercially labeled Limburger.
That's what I can ascertain as near as possible, yes. We made a 1980 vintage and didn't bottle it until a couple years later, but it was the first commercial one, yeah.
You know, you and 5 other wineries kind of helped form the Yakima AVA.
Yes.
What are one of the things, I guess, that you're most proud about in being one of those first?
Well, I think it was a pretty historic event. Mike Wallace was sort of our elected head of our, quote, the original Yakima Valley, and so he had had some publicity right around that time, and that's when they sort of the ATF system came out for having an AVA, and there was a whole lot of wineries, California wineries, and then this was the Yakima AVA was the first one. So we sort of divided up between 5 wineries and put together the submission for approval, and they approved it. So I think it's a lot harder to get an AVA approved these days. But.
Interesting. So you worked at Hanford before you started. How old were you when you decided to quit doing that and take the chance? And why?
Well, I didn't quit doing that. I had to keep working because there was no way to make a living at a winery or a vineyard in those days. So, but I and my former partner Jim Holmes, we were both had started talking about grapes and stuff like that, and got interested in it, and then. In the late 60s and early 70s, they had at the Prosser Experiment Station, Dr. Clore and a couple other people there had been planting grapes, and they sent around a solicitation for participation in the ad hoc steering committee for the Washington State grape growers and at the experiment station, and so we were researchers, so we put in our request and told them we knew research and had published and stuff, and so they said we'd love to have you, and we said we're not winemakers, we're wine drinkers, but so they said, well, we'd love to have you on the thing, and so having that relationship, we found out just there's an abundance of information in terms of growing grapes and stuff like that, and all the grape trials that they had been doing at the Prosser Experiment Station, which was practically everything that was done in Washington at that time as far as wine grapes go. So there was lots of information and lots of help real close by, and so got more interested, and finally did it, So.
Last question. What would you say would be your greatest triumph?
Still being in business. I think it's. I think it was the fact that we did open up Red Mountain as a grape growing area, and if you go down there and look at it now, there's still. It's basically pretty much a sea of vines now, and by next year, in the next summer, there'll be another 600 acres out there, and it's just pretty, it's pretty phenomenal, I think, as far as, they can't take credit for it all, but the fact of it is we sort of started it and pioneered it, and I like to drink wine anyway.